And finally tonight, Republicans, they have always loved to run on national security issues. In fact, they think they have a lock on the market when they're out campaigning. They love to paint the Democrat in charge as weak. They did it to Jimmy Carter. They did it to Bill Clinton. And here's the latest GOP strategy. President Obama is, quote, leading from behind. It got the Bill Kristol Weekly Standard seal of approval. Just take a look at this week's cover. Bad timing, Billy, no doubt about it. The truth of the matter is the Democrats have been the party of, I guess you could say, get her done. President Clinton nabbed the first World Trade Center bombers and homegrown terrorist Timothy McVeigh. He ordered bombings of Kosovo and Bosnia to prevent further atrocities there. He sent troops to Haiti. Meanwhile, his successor, George W. Bush, gave up looking for America's most wanted terrorist.
And, you know, again, I don't know where he is. I repeat what I said. I truly am not that concerned about him.
In fact, Bush missed an opportunity to get bin Laden in Tora Bora in December of 2001. He sent Afghan troops instead of American forces to try to get the job done. Needless to say, bin Laden escaped. The Bush administration later dismantled the CIA's bin Laden unit. It was President Obama who made the decision to resurrect it. It was President Obama who directed Leon Panetta, the CIA director, to make a pursuit of America's #1 terrorist the CIA's #1 mission. It was President Obama who ordered a precise make-or-break raid of bin Laden's compound. It was President Obama who got the job done. Joining me now is former Pennsylvania Congressman and former Vice Admiral of the Navy, Joe Sestak. Admiral, good to have you with us tonight. Is this a big step forward? And we're talking in the political arena here. Is this a big step forward of erasing this imagery out there that wishy-washy liberals just don't get the job done on national security?
Yeah, I think it is an important step. And I think it's an important step for the nation. You know, when I was running for Congress, I used to say all the time that Democrats have a deficit in owning national security credentials since the Vietnam War. I worked for President Clinton. I sat in that Situation Room. I watched the briefing as we were about to send an aircraft carrier, a couple of them, a Marine MEB, and divisions over to defend South Korea, because we had told North Korea that if they pulled those plutonium rods out, it would be an act of war. Then they stopped. No, I think this is important for our nation. The president, it was a gutsy move. And he made it, he did it well, and I think that cements for him, and I understand the politics of it, for the Democrats, that no, we care and we'll do the right response for this nation's security.
I want to take a look at the picture in the Situation Room in the White House that we just showed on the screen there. Admiral, you've been in these situations. Yes, this is as real as it gets, is it not? Yes. I mean, look at Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. There, of course, President Obama, not in an overpowering position there. It's like he's positioned as, hey, I'm just one of the team here. What's your impression of this picture?
My impression is this is a leader who knew how to pick a very good team. He wasn't afraid to have people in there like Mrs. Clinton, who was rivals. And this is one that I think you said earlier in your broadcast, a very important word, has a strategy that it tries to consistently execute as a team. And that's what you see in that Situation Room. Do they care? Did they knew they had absolutely put, in a sense, our men and women out there in something that could go drastically wrong, but that it needed to be done? And then they knew that as they watched it, as that helicopter went down, that it could go wrong for our nation. But they knew they had made the right decision, and it came through. That's an excellent picture there. And look, I strongly believe that the point you're making is very important, and not for the Democratic Party, for the nation. I've watched both parties. And sometimes individuals, particularly who haven't served in the military, tend to think it's just about testosterone. It isn't. It's about knowing and having a strategy to achieve that goal that you know you have to do. And frankly, this president, as you said earlier in the broadcast, did it with regard to getting bin Laden. I give the credit also to President Bush for having set up some of the things along the way, but he increased the effort to get this man and got him.
Yeah. And, Admiral, I want to give you just a moment to talk about SEAL Team 6, if you can. I'm from that part of the country, and I can tell you where the SEALs hang out. They're tough dudes. They are experts in martial arts. They are talented in so many ways. They are sharpshooters. They are bomb experts. I remember when I was a kid growing up, my dad used to take me down to Virginia Beach where the SEALs used to do operations off the beach. These guys would have to swim 5 miles in the high seas to shore in their training. It was just amazing to see. They used to have the town come out and watch them train. And they're phenomenal Americans. And so if you could just take a moment here tonight. What do you think it was like on that helicopter coming back from that compound after mission accomplished?
Professionalism on the way in without par on the way back. A sense that this was done for America. These are the most patriotic men you can have. More than that, they are people that you don't apply to get this job. They're chosen for this job. And there's not a more elite moment they could have had than when they came back.
Joe Sestak, always a pleasure. Great to have you with us tonight. Thanks so much.